What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of All In Wrestling. This is your host, Jay. I don't play. Millie in the building. What's good, RB? I see you. Yeah, that was Osprey. That was Osprey's song. Elevated. Muhammad in the building. What's going on? See, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Where is? Oh, hold on for a second. Okay. Where is? Hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. So tonight we had AEW Dynamite 300. What did y'all think about Dynamite tonight? Oh, they released them? What's going on all days off? What did y'all think about AEW Dynamite tonight? I enjoyed the show. Let's see. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Muhammad. Dynamite was like a 6. Okay. It was good. I wish Jericho would come. Yeah, they're not. If they show up, yeah, that's what I thought too. But you know how them things go. They can say one thing one time, and um, all in hype is mid. Yeah, that's the way I was feeling. That's the way I was feeling until tonight. Um, I do like they added the Texas Death Match stipulation to the main event because now you can actually tap into what they like to do best, and that's violence. Create the most violence you can. And we know Hangman and Mox, that's their bread and butter right there, right? Not saying they can't wrestle a regular style wrestling match, but their bread and butter is in the violence. So the more violence they can get, the better off. DMG, sevens up, salute. You know, and as I said in the chat earlier, I think the Texas death match stipulation is a way to set up the ending for All In. So whoever wins the casino thing, I mean, think about this. now, if it's not Darby, then this is what I see. This is what I see. If Darby's not at All In, this is what I see. And tell me what you guys think about this. Okay, so the Casino Battle Royal, obviously that's before the main event and everything, right? So let's say MJF wins the whole thing, right? Let's say MJF wins the whole thing. And then Hangman ends up beating Mox, right? Now, at the end, Hangman beats Mox, right? Hangman's up there. They got the confetti coming down, pyro going on, big celebration, Um, and to the point to kind of add on to it, you got Swerve and Ospreay. We're going to get to that match in a minute, but Swerve and Ospreay's in the ring. Everybody finally took down the Death Riders. Everybody celebrated, kind of like that when Sting won the world title at Starrcade. How everybody came into the ring and lifted him up, like, yeah, you did it for WCW, right? And then you hear, as a matter of fact, hold on. This will be even better. I'm gonna do it like this. Let's see. Okay, let's see if they're gonna hold on. Come on now. You're running slow. Hurry up. Okay, here we go. Okay. Hold on. Oh no, not that. No. We need to see what that. Let's see. Well, they don't have it on here. Okay, so then MJF's music hits. And then everybody's kind of turn around and look like, oh shit. You know, MJF comes down with the Hurt Syndicate, right? And so everybody gets out the ring and they have a match. Hangman standing there like, you know, with the Hangman face, you know, and then he finally like, come on, right? And then a referee rings the bell, right? Rings the bell. Now, you ready for this one? They ring the bell and Swerve hits Hangman in the back of their head, causing MJF to hit his finisher, pin Hangman, 1, 2, 3. MJF has the AEW World Title back. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because, remember, Hangman said the whole time he was going to make sure that Swerve does not become world champion. Well, Hangman ends up becoming world champion before Swerve, but Swerve makes sure that he doesn't leave All In with the world title. Now you come right back. Now you got Hangman and Swerve. So now you got something to play with afterwards. Because now you got Ospreay, because Ospreay's going to be like, well, what the fuck did you just do that for? You know what I'm saying? They already got tension already, so now you got a nice little melting pot there. Let's see. I hope Adam Page wins the title from Mox. Yeah, I think with the stipulation, I think, yeah. There she goes. Tati in the building. I'm glad you got my message. Is Darby coming out skateboarding out with the flag and her? I mean, that's if he's there, you know. And I do think that they have something going on, you know. See, the Hurt Business attack Page and Swerve, and MJF catches it. They can run it. They can run it down the line like that as well too. MJF has fallen off. But this is a way for MJF to get back his Triple B, right? Because we already know eventually they're going to attack MJF, right? We know eventually they're going to attack MJF. Now you created a whole now you have Bobby Lashley and MJF, boom, for the world title. Or you could do Shelton and MJF for the world title. And now now you got Ospreay, Swerve, you still got Heyman in there. You know, you still got all these other components. And let's not forget, Kenny is still hanging around there somewhere. He's eventually going to want a shot at that title again. What's up, guys? What's going on? My jealous fan. Yo. Nah, not MJF winning the same night. That might also have a good drama. Yeah, hey. You know, because look, I think Darby is like, he's like the go-to, right? Like, everybody kind of like, if Darby's going to come back, it's going to be at All In. Now, if he doesn't come back, then that, you know, okay, let me ask y'all this. Outside of MJF and Darby, let's just move those two to the side. Who would make more sense on winning the Casino Battle Royal? It's getting too long. Ospreay needs his crowning moment at All In. Vince would never let this happen. Nah, he wouldn't. He definitely wouldn't. Yeah, Daniel, we back. We back. See, WWE finna compete. You know they is. Nah, not tonight, RV. I'm on the treadmill now. Actions in the building. Salute. Oh, yeah. So, who, in your opinion, who do you think would make the most sense to win the Casino Battle Royale? Battle Royale. Tell you work out. Tati on the treadmill. Tati Belair. Tati getting the workout. Working them legs out. She working them legs out. Just made it to Sis Lady Chase like an hour ago. Listening to all the fireworks and gun. Oh God. Yeah, they starting out here too. Yeah, they started on Monday. No, I'm saying outside of MJF. Outside of MJF and Darby. Yes, I'm down 20 pounds recently. Okay. Get your workout on, girl. Because if TK books All In the right way, All In could be, you know how like, WrestleMania, regardless of how like WWE is prior to WrestleMania used to be like that. Like it's the new year. So it's like finishing up storylines, continue certain storylines, and start new storylines. A fresh new batch, for the next year. They're in position to like really, really do something big and special. Just as long as TK don't get into Hunter Nokia mode and start overbooking. We don't need a bunch of run-ins, TK. We don't need a bunch of run-ins. Okay. Oh shit, really? Congrats, Tati. Hard work. See, outside of MJF and Darby, I don't know. See, who remembers the song Get Your Roll On by Big Time? Oh, yeah, get your roll on. Everybody, get your roll on. What? Everybody, get your roll on. Everybody, get your roll on. What? Yeah. Yo, that song was kind of smacking too. Yeah, they've been going since the end of last month. Oh man, they be going crazy for July 4th. Outside MJF, no one, because William and Swerve not in the gun. Yeah, that's the tough part. That's the tough. Now, wait, now, hold on. I just thought of something. I just literally thought of something. Tati's losing in Mercedes game. All days on you, stupid. Oh shit. Do I like loud? No. Oh. So I just thought about something. I just really thought about how Ospreay or Swerve can end up winning the world title at All In. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. Walk with me. So we know the main event's closing out the show. What you do is the first match on the show is the tag team match with Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks for the EVP spot. Or if the Young Bucks win, They Swerve and Hangman can't get a title shot for a whole year. What if they put that match on first, right? Ospreay and Swerve wins the match, become EVPs. That means they have the power to enter the gauntlet. Because think about it. They do that match first. You have the casino gauntlet later on in the night. And then you have Swerve and Ospreay. Some kind of way they replace two other people. You have them put them in the match, right? You put them in the match. And now that's how you get Ospreay to the world title at All In. Have Ospreay win the gauntlet, win the Casino Battle Royal. So everybody's going to be anticipating. You know, tweets are going to go out, Facebook posts, YouTube posts, all this stuff is going to go out because everybody's going to wait and see if Ospreay is going to cash in that same night. Now, if they do that, now do you bring Ospreay in at the beginning and make it a triple threat, Dexys, or you wait until the end? Now, if you do that, then you can have Mox win. You can have Mox win. And while he's laying there in a bloody mess and everything, you hear dun 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 dun. Elevator, elevate me to the. You know what I'm saying? You hear that? The pop is going to be crazy. Isn't that a heel move for Ospreay? No, actually it wouldn't if Hangman, I mean not Hangman, if Ospreay wins, right? You just have Mox win. You let Ospreay, Hangman wasn't able to complete the job. So everybody's in disarray. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to deal with this again. And then Ospreay's music hits. He comes out to save the day. Now you give Ospreay that moment, right? You get the belt off of Mox. Now you have Ospreay going in to Forbidden Door. Now, going into what Tati was talking about earlier about Zack Sabre Jr. Will Ospreay, AEW World Champion. Zack Sabre Jr., IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Main event, Forbidden Door in London. Think about that main event right there. How about Big Rims? When it came to Cash Money back then, I was more on singles than actual albums because sometimes their albums was. They need Kenny versus Okada as main event at All In. I mean, you know, that probably would have main evented last year, to be quite honest with you. I don't think Daniel and Swerve, if Kenny was healthy last year, that might have main evented last year, to be honest with you. I personally think Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm should main event. I think Mercedes Moné need to go somewhere and go and smear her face with all the makeup, with all the. I think what matters the most is the winner cash in, being successful. Because the first time with Christian was poorly. Oh yeah, horrible Horrible. Christian should have won. He should have won that night. He should have won that night. That was bad. Call an audible, TK. There you go. Yeah, call an audible. You know? And TK does listen. What was shit? I see Loud Pipes. It was on Block is High, old school. I didn't like that Block is High album. I ain't like that. Let's see. I will just save it best for last. Jesse, I was referring to I like Loud Pipes, Big Rims from Big Timers. Get your roll on my bad for the confusion. A wild idea. Hey, Jay Millie, none of this works out for my fantasy book. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I'm trying to bring the people in, Tati. I'm trying to bring the people in. I'm trying to do their job for them. One more match. Christian Cage should have won. Hopefully he wins this year. Yeah, he should have won. That would have been dope if he did. What if Seth Rollins cashes in on Moxley? Oh shit. I can see Moxley say, hey, wrong show. Wrong show, Perez. Wrong show. How about Go DJ? Oh yeah, I like that. That was a cool one. Hey DJ. That's my DJ. Yo. So that's where you know this creates so many different avenues for them to go in for All In. I'm actually excited because I'm happy that they added the stipulations because the stipulations allow them to do so much more with the card, so much more, and it brings an excitement. Like you know, if they just stuck with like just a regular way and they just have like one stipulation for that match, you could kind of like see right through it and be like, yeah. But now that they have these stipulations and stuff, now it opens up so much more on what they can do. This is where I conduct business. Yeah, speaking of business, speaking of Lil Wayne, WWE has toned down a lot of the celeb appearances during Raw. Yeah, they have. Let's talk about this tag team title fiasco. Because that's exactly what it is. It is a complete fiasco. Oh. First of all, I thought there was laws against child abuse. I can't even like bring up any. I mean, I guess, if there was any other tag team, could they make it a triple threat tag team? That way, like, some of Don Callis's boys can get up in there. You know, like, I don't know. Take y'all pick. But having the Hurt Syndicate against Jet Speed, I don't know. And you know, maybe this is one of them things where, and I'm hoping I'm looking at the bright side of this. I'm not trying to look at the downside. I'm trying to find a bright side. Maybe this match actually might be better than what we think. Maybe Bobby and Shelton will. Yeah, let me stop right there. I'm talking too much. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. I just, oh God. I mean, y'all see how they did them boys. You know, y'all saw it. That reminded me of when the Rockers wrestled Boss Man and Hakeem at WrestleMania 5. And they just got to tossing them around. And they would sit there, they would try to do all their high-flying moves. And it was a glorified squash match. I don't think he watched it tonight. See, Judgment Day is never breaking up. LOL, I love it. The new Bullet Club. Y'all, telling you. Cope was like, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. But it is kind of like Bullet Club-ish. It is. Interchangeable parts. We're tired of you, but we like you, so you come in and but Mox versus Hangman will end up being like Cody versus Roman with all these baby faces showing up to hell. Oh no, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Deathmatch stipulation makes it tribal combat on board. Oh man. Oh man. Hey Tati. Hey, yeah, so Monday, I decided to get a Netflix again and decided that I was going to watch Raw. And so as I'm watching it, I'm making posts. And so what I started doing is, I'm giving you your credit. I always say, just like what Tati say, I'm bored. Watching Monday Night Raw Monday, I was bored. Extremely bored. Hello, Cowboy Combat. Oh, shit. Jay Millie Tati had a super fit when Undertaker chokeslammed The Rock. Oh. No, hey, Robert. He's not The Rock. Remember? He's not The Rock. But I am speaking of Undertaker real quick, I am upset about him taking his podcast and taking it to WWE and allowing them to. I don't like that. I don't mind, like, his wife being on there, that's cool and everything, but yeah. So, but that tag team match, like, what in the world? I'm trying here, y'all. I am trying here. I'm trying to help all of us out. I'm trying to find a path to how we could enjoy this match without feeling like. Because I don't want to be witness to a crime. I felt like I was a witness to child abuse tonight. Okay, I think I was. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I forgot. It's all good. Tag team division is very like under the ground underwhelming. There are a lot of events coming up. All In, Saturday Night's Main Event, SummerSlam, Great American Bash, Evolution. Yeah, and you know what? The only good show is probably going to be All In. Let's just be honest about it. WWE can't book shows no more. Correction to myself, Mr. I don't want to be. There you go. Yo, I I don't know. I don't know. All I know is when it comes to AEW, that's where I'm focusing on. I'll try to suffer through, I'm pretty much at the point when it comes to WWE, I just pick my spots. You know. But I'm full fledged AEW all the way. You know. But that tag team division, I don't know what TK is going to do about the tag team division, but he needs to do something. Because, I mean, the tag team division, and that was one thing I was excited about AEW, was the fact that they told us that they was going to put an emphasis on the tag team division, and which they did, and they were doing a very good job at it. And then somewhere along the lines, it's like they just, it was like after FTR and the Young Bucks, they didn't know where they wanted to go with the tag team division. But I'll say this. I'll say this. At least TK don't have the Hurt Syndicate wrestling the same tag teams every single week. Like they do on SmackDown with the other black tag team. Which is quite funny how Triple H, Hunter Nokia decided that he was gonna put the tag team titles on the Street Profits months well after the Hurt Syndicate had won the tag team titles last year. Oh boy. And I'm thinking about the roster, and I'm trying to think where, because they don't have many tag teams there that could legit go up against the Hurt Syndicate. And that's kind of where I kind of wish they weren't the tag team champions. They just, kind of let Private Party and the rest of them, and if you want to do the tag team thing with them later on. But I like Bobby and Shelton as singles, because now it's like you got them as this dominant tag team, and there's nobody that can legit beat them. Which is hurting not only the division, but it hurts the product overall. Yeah. I'm not excited about that. Saudi will be buying WWE soon. The check will. Oh, you know what? Tati, you might be onto something there. Because remember, look, hey, when WWE was up for sale, remember Saudi was in the mix. They was trying to buy WWE. I tell you right now, if Saudi ever ends up buying WWE, I will no longer watch WWE. I will no longer watch WWE. Which won't be hard because I barely watch it now. Like, I don't really like watching the old stuff because if I watch the old stuff, I get sad. Like, damn, this is when WWE actually used to be good and enjoyable to watch. Now it just sucks. WWE wrote 2 storylines to Big Money Seth versus Drew versus Punk and Cody versus Rock Roman. It's all dead now. Although we come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's so awful. WWE got Mr. I See Colors, CM Blood Money, Oberg, and Mr. I Don't Want to Be Black. Hinokio. That nose is growing as we speak, too. They have some, they can have some lose the tag titles in Triple H. In a triple threat tag team match. They damn near have to do a triple threat match. They damn near have to. Yeah, I'm done. AEW having built other teams up. HSR Brawlers, are brawler powerhouses. No other AEW team is like that. It's Swerve and Keith Lee. That's why I don't know why TK didn't build up the Temu bloodline. Sorry, Tati. Didn't build up the Temu bloodline before just throwing them in there and having them wrestle the Hurt Syndicate and then end up losing. You know? Hell, I would even take Big Bill and Brian Keith against the Hurt Syndicate. WWE is just a content company. Yep. That's all they are. Will you guys give me 1 second? Give you a brief intermission. Brief intermission. While we do this intermission, this is what we're going to do. Since we got Tati in the building, this is what we're going to do. Because I dedicated this to you yesterday, but since I got you here now, we're going to do it like this. All right.
At Granger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every
We
little
are,
detail.
but it's
The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff.
up.
Because you know the tiniest thing can make.
Oh, okay. uh, yeah, I always think I know Tati gonna be upset about this. he took his shirt off right when they entered the show. And RB, I'll check it. I'll check it. When I get off. So my chance. Nah, Kitty's single. I'm like 90% sure he's bi. So my chances are not so great. Oh, wait, what? So that gives you what about a? Come on, let's do some starter math. So he's about 90% bisexual. So that gives you about 70%. I ain't gonna do it. I was really gonna do some starter math on you. Like I ain't gonna do it. I thought just troll me. Oh, yeah, I thought he was bisexual too. Say no, bro. Okay. Kenny got a cat though. Oh, he got a cat? Oh shit. Oh damn. Why the hell? All right, StreamYard. Stop tripping. And Mariah May and Ricky Starks suck in NXT. So oh, 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 oh. Yes, whenever you see the percentages go up on something, you know Steiner math automatically hits the brain. Who you think should win the women's? Because no, that's a good question. Who's in it? Who's in it again? I don't know why they got her at a babyface. I don't know. Oh well, I mean, I know why. I know why. And they're gonna look real stupid if they continue on with this. Because whoever wins it, It's most likely going to be the winner of Tony Storm and Mercedes. Hold on. Athena is in the Battle Royal, right? Nah, she's not a babyface character at all. Some people just need to be heels. You know what I'm saying? Some people need to just be heels. You know, not everybody is meant to be a babyface or can even pull that off. Women Casino, I haven't even thought about it. Please, not Willow. Yeah, see, I'm asking Athena, if Athena is in it, that's who I want to see win it. That's the only person that makes sense. The only one. It's in Texas. She doesn't, you know, she's already going to be defending her title, you know, the night before. So, you know, you could do it that way. Hell, to be honest with you, if they don't do the title thing with Mox and Hangman and the winner of the casino of the men's battle royal, if they don't do it for that, they damn sure could do it for this one. Just imagine the look, the face Mercedes would make after she just won the women's world title and Athena's music hits. I think Athena will be there for sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, she's there. That's my pick right there. You know, let me, because I've been waiting to talk about Athena for a long time. You know, going back to when she was in WWE, you know, as Ember Moon. Awesome in NXT. Totally awesome. 5-star classics. And then she gets bumped up to the main roster and just becomes an afterthought. You know, the whole time she was in WWE, I'm thinking to myself, because I didn't get to see her. I didn't watch any of her indie matches until after I seen her in WWE. So that kind of made me go back and watch some of her old stuff, which I like to do a lot of times. If I don't get to see you in the indies and you come up into, you know, one of the big companies, I will go back and watch some of their older stuff. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching her and I'm like, okay, Ember Moon. I don't like the name. I understand it, but I never liked the name. But I'm thinking to myself, she's better than more than half of these girls on you know, the women's roster at that time. She's better than half of these women on the roster. Why is she not getting her shot? You know, I know a lot of people love Becky. A lot of people love Charlotte. You know, at one time, people actually did like Ronda Rousey. Athena is better than all of them. But yet she gets regulated to Monday Night Raw and maybe some multi-woman match on, at the time, pay-per-view. And then we find out about her release. You know, she shows up to AEW. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, she finally has a shot. Oh yeah, she finally got her shot, but nobody sees it. Because TK regulated her to Ring of Honor. So this has to be the catalyst for Athena to finally get her just due in this business. There is no reason why Athena is not a women's world champion. It makes no sense. She has been one of the best women wrestlers. Matter of fact, forget that. She has been one of the best wrestlers over the last, however many years you want to put. Athena, Tony, and Mercedes should have been a three-way, just like Rhea, Bianca. I would have went with that. That would have been fire right there. If Mercedes win and Athena cashes in right after, would be amazing. Yeah, that TK, if you're listening, come on now. Give us what we want. I know you ain't using that for the best friends no more because ain't no more best friends. So I'm giving you a reason to do it. Give the people what they want. Side note, EO is a trash can. Poor EO. They love the white girls. Y'all no, they do love the white girls. Oh, shit. They love the white girls. We love the white girls. We got to put them on. I don't know why EO is champ. She was just champ. She was literally just champ not that long ago. She loses the belt, then she gets the belt right back like that. Yeah. But I just know that Athena has put in a lot of work. And it's time for her work to get, paid off. Triple H sees no color. He can see his nose, though. Oh, Mariah made a mistake going to NXT. She doesn't stand. Instant afterthought. She's already like, wow. But of course, over there, they're gonna say, "Oh, this is the greatest thing. She is so great. Blake Monroe, we finally got her. Yeah." Now I'm gonna tell y'all, if that NXT crowd starts saying TK fumbled her, that would just goes to show you that the idiocy has crept into that fan base's mind too. Because the WWE fans, like on the main roster, you know what I'm saying? We already know how fickle they can be. But the NXT fans usually are us. We always went to NXT because that was where we can get the wrestling that we want to watch. And for the most part, they was giving that to us. I'm at a loss for words. And this is what doesn't make any sense to me. And it's never really made sense to me. Like, if you come from the indies, okay, I can see you going from the indies and going to straight into NXT. I can see that. But what I can't and I don't understand, and I'm having a hard time trying to comprehend the incomprehensible. Why somebody that was on the second biggest wrestling company in the world you was that company's women's world champion. You was in the best storyline of 2024 going into 2025. Just to go to NXT developmental. Now, there's one or two ways you could think about this. You'd be like, okay, she went to developmental because there's probably some things that she needs to work on that she wasn't able to do at AEW. So she kind of want to work on some things and okay, cool. Get it. Or the other way is you could look at it as kind of a fucked up way of looking at it, but you could look at it like, well, they didn't develop you right or develop you at all at AEW. But the thing about that is, if you're in if you're in the best storyline, not only in AEW, but the best storyline in wrestling, what else do you need to develop? Because if you need to develop, then that storyline would have never been as good as it was. So, which is it? Because you literally went, you was in your home in front of your mom. You wrestled in front of, what was it? It was like 50,000. It was like over 50,000 people at Wembley Stadium. And you decide to go and wrestle in front of 200 people. Now, everybody wants you to, AEW in the lower 10. Hey, matter of fact, was it me? Or was that arena that they were in tonight, was that a big arena? Or was my eyes deceiving me? That looked like that was one of them big arenas they used to be in. And that arena looked pretty filled up. I know my eyes wasn't deceiving me. I know my eyes wasn't deceiving. See, Mariah won't stand out on the main roster either. Not with Tiffany, Charlotte. Nope. Just another blonde. That's all she is just another blonde. NXT is like watching high school. Oh my God, not High School Musical. Truth. See, she wanted to be a WWE superstar. I don't think she would feel successful with saying she's in WWE. Everyone knows WWE and not so much AEW. They gave her the superstar treatment and it wasn't enough shade. Like they gave her the red carpet. They said, we're going with you. We're going with you. You are our woman. And you just, yeah, I don't know. I just, it makes me scratch my head sometimes. It makes me scratch my head sometimes. You know, how these wrestlers, you know, like, okay, I get it. You're not being booked right. You know, you're not being used. You know, you can't get on TV and all that. But the girl was on TV all the time, defending the title on pay-per-view. How are you unsatisfied? Just to go and get involved in a storyline that's already going on? Like, TK gave you your own storyline. WWE just added you to a storyline. Big big difference in storylines in women's wrestling. But going back to the arena, that was a pretty big size arena, right? Because I'm watching it, and when the camera would go and show like the fans and stuff, I'm looking at that arena. I'm like, damn, that arena's kind of big. And there's a lot of people there. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. TK probably is glorifying the new people while putting the others to the side, shaking my head. Mariah had it all while other girls watched Mariah and Mercedes shaking. And that was a big money match right there for her. Mariah May against Mercedes. Who's the biggest slut in AEW? Mariah May or Mercedes Moné? Willow should have been women's champ by the most definitely. Yeah, I thought Statlander was going to be women's champion before Willow had got there. You know, when back when she was doing the whole Galaxy Star Galacto Superstar. Yep. He has them there, you know. But it bothers me when I see these people sit up here, you know, and they just act like, okay, AEW wasn't, you know, like, come on now. Hey, Miro, how does it feel to be back in WWE just for them to throw you into a 10-year-old storyline that nobody even cares about anymore? They regulated you to Sheamus, who they rarely give a fuck about anymore. But hey, at least you're on TV, right? And then with this whole viewership thing, like, I see TK come out. Obviously, he's going to say what he's going to say. Then I see all these podcasts. Like, oh, no, it's not real. This person confirmed that. No, those weren't the real numbers. You know, I mean, they even went as far as when the numbers have been confirmed by outside sources, they still go on the air and say, no, that's not true. Like, you hate AEW so bad that you're just going to go ahead and just say, regardless of how good they're doing, they're still doing bad. Makes no sense. Oh, God, my allergies. Excuse me. See, Sky, Julia, and Queen pushed aside for Mina, Becca. You know, and WWE does it too. You know, WWE does it too. You know. Oh, by the way, yo, Penta. Hey, Phoenix. How's it going over there? You won anything yet? Oh, but I guess it doesn't matter because you're on TV, right? Now, I'm never going to sit here and, you know, and just act like AEW don't have their transgressions too. Because they have a lot they need to work on. But to sit up here and say that nobody cares, yes, has All In been less than hyped? Yeah. And there's many factors for that. But I something in my gut, because let's remember this. Even last year, a prayer for Penn to laugh my ass. Hey, you know, yeah. It was his dream too, right? It was his dream too. Yeah. Uh-huh. No. That was funny. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. But, oh, yeah. So you remember last year, yes, the card itself looked better. Just like, okay, Danielson, Swerve, World Title, MJF, Ospreay going to run it back, Mariah May, Tony Storm, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. And then we got to see some big returns, some very surprising returns, and some debuts. And the show ended up being absolutely fantastic. And I think this is what we're going to have this year. Because we got to remember, there's going to be some returns. There might even be a debut or two. But definitely some returns. No TNT. And you know what? They're probably going to book that Saturday. They're going to go ahead and book it because next weekend is the pay-per-view. So they're probably going to throw all that together on Collision. And what's up with the TNT title too? Like, come on now. If Adam Cole is not healthy enough to defend that title, then take it off of him. Baby. I know, I'm just saying, TK got a lot of money. He likes to spend his money. But you see, this is why we need Rampage back. This is why we need Rampage back. This is why we need Dark back. That way talent can still be seen, But I have a feeling there's going to be a debut. I don't know who. But like as far as returns, yeah, I think Cope is going to be returning at All In. But what's up with the last second? Yeah, I don't. Tati, I'm questioning that too. I am questioning that too. Like you, okay, for the TNT title, for instance, Adam Cole. You got Adam Cole in this whole feud with the Don Callis family. Why haven't you built? And I thought him and Kyle Fletcher had something building that, All In. But they, tag team match here, tag team match there. I'm tag team out. Copeland, I haven't thought of that. Yeah, he might show up. He might show up at some point for that FTR match. Or they might do something where like FTR attacks one of the Because it looked like it's going to be the Outrunners. Oh, yeah. Now the interesting thing, how is he going to return? Is he just going to stay with the scapegoat gimmick? Is he going to come back as a face? You know, because I like Jack Perry as a heel. I wouldn't want to see Jack Perry as a face. The only way I would accept him as a face again is if he went back to the Jungle Boy gimmick, and ain't no point going back to that. Now they might go back. He might go back to, like when he gets older or whatever, kind of like that nostalgia thing. But you can't bring him back if there's no Luchasaurus either. Because I actually kind of missed that whole wave thing. Yeah. Matter of fact, you know what? Okay. Just thought about it. Just thought about it. Jack Perry returns is going to be in the tag team match. It's going to be in the tag team match. Now, the question is, once again, does he come back as a heel and help the Young Bucks? Or does he come back and screw the Young Bucks? Because he's basically been regulated away while Okada's still been around. They came back, but he stayed gone. There's a storyline in there. He was last in the New Japan, in the NJPW in House of Torture, but still in the Elite, so I'm not sure. That is interesting. But if Swerve and William ends the Elite. Yeah. Or, well, yeah, I guess it does, huh? Because did they act? Because I remember. Okay, so they fired Omega, but did they fire Heyman too, or did they just suspend him for that week or whatever? Because if they just suspended him and they didn't fire him, then Heyman is still actually a member of the Elite that he could probably revise after All In. But then if you do, because you could kind of do like an elite type thing, kind of like a Civil War type thing. Huh. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to think about that. Because that's very interesting. And Jack Perry is the wild card in the whole thing. Huh. Yeah, that definitely opens up. Yeah, that they can really go anywhere with that. Huh. Yeah, that's something to consider for that. I have to keep that in mind. Oh. Well, okay, y'all. I am going to go ahead and end this. Well, thank y'all for coming through. See, I doubt Heyman goes back to the Elite, though, anytime soon. Yeah, I actually enjoy him, kind of, being this lone wolf type thing. You know. But thank y'all for coming through. Tati, thank you for blessing us in the chat. You know, we gotta get Leo over here now. You know, but he's popped up. He's popped up before. You know, but we're definitely gonna have to get a panel going. You know, and we can really get in depth because there's a lot going on in wrestling right now, and it's crazy because I don't know how to feel about it. You know, so oh, good night, Muhammad. Oh, you are more than welcome, Tati. You are more than welcome. Enjoy the rest of your night. You do as well as everybody else. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. And Tati, are you will you be live tomorrow for Ring of Honor? And if so, tomorrow, Wrestle Tati, Ring of Honor. Friday, no dirt sheets with King Leo. And then back Saturday for Collision at Wrestle Tati's. Okay. So she will be live tomorrow, y'all, for Ring of Honor. So y'all can slide on over there. You will most likely see me over there. And other people that you've seen in this chat, you will see over there as well. And then I will be back. It'll either be tomorrow night or might do something early Friday. Let me see what my schedule is looking like. So with that said, y'all, another episode of All In Wrestling. We'll be back next week with episode 4, where we will be discussing. What will we be discussing? Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put in a post. I'm gonna make a poll. I'm gonna put a list of topics up. And I'm gonna let you guys choose. And whatever you guys choose, that's what episode 4 will be of All In Wrestling. So with that said, I'm your host, Jay Millie. You guys have a good night. I will catch you again, and we will be all in wrestling. Good night.